Hilltoppers about to kick it away and get this season started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field, but what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy, David. You know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Grabbed behind the line, it's Young.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. Flushed out of the pocket. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Miller. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Gives it to the back on the draw. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The back goes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Defense.
An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. Fly sweep coming. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's back to throw on 2nd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Hale. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity, but it's incomplete. Important play coming on this opening day. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man. Touchdown, Bama! They grab the early lead. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that.
And that is the kind of drive to start a season that is going to put a smile on your head coach's face. They were just methodical in the way they marched down the field. Awesome execution. You cannot start the season any better than that right there.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Here he comes with the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Hilltoppers offense will get the ball for the first time. How about this crowd rattling the rafters and trying to help their defense? Snags it quickly on the left. And the defense coming with bad intentions. They knock him down for a loss. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting him know it's going to be a long day. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. The Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. He felt the heat, but got it away nicely. Fair catch called for, but there is a flag on the play. We'll have to sort it out.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Finds his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now on 2nd down. They'll run play action. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
That's one of the reasons I love this linebacker, man. He can rush the passer. He does a great job timing his blitz, and with that speed, he's able to get home quickly.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. They've got the screen set up.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and something.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Out of the chute. Quick toss to the left. Turns it on in midfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
After giving up that big shot defensively, how confident are you calling that coverage again? You're now on your own end of the field, and now your backs are against the wall.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on 1st down, now back to the line. To the air, it's Milroe. Tight end finds a soft spot. They get him down after he makes the catch. 3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're...
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, and creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point makes it 14-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one.
Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Complete to start this drive. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the pass. Defense.
The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. He's right on target. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Here comes the offense on second down. They'll go to the ground. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The offense lining up for a first down play. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Got his man quickly. The stop, the start, the juke, everything in the bag as he gets to the 29. And now on second down for this offense. Off the play fake. Fires toward the end zone. Into the house. Touchdown, WKU. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half where you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
Lining up to add another. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here comes that Alabama offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Sweet cut there.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Gets it out fast. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down. All wideouts, no backs. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Out of the backfield, he's open. They stop him just a length or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Hand off from the shotgun. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Running back searching for a hole. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Touchdown tie! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line down he goes. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And the sack comes from the middle linebacker, who is the quarterback of the defense. Not only does he get everybody lined up, make all the calls, play the run, he can also rush the passer and sack quarterbacks. What a job.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they do.
After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. Bringing it back, it's Hamilton. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. They go to the ground. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Pulls it and fires to the left. Gets him on the ground at the 28, but not before a big 10-yard pickup. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. A strike downfield. And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5. Direct snap. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Alabama! Man, did he show some pops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. From the gun, running back gets to give. Picks his way ahead, pick up a 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the 1st down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smith.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Makes his connection. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. And the Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. Back to the air one more time. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Don't always have to get rid of it quickly if you have that type of protection and enough time for a receiver to run that slow-developing route.
No doubt. He comes across the field. There's going to be a time where
He'll take a shot. Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going to the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this second half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Right down the middle. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. The Pandas managed to get the win in a close one this week, and they just shook up the college football world. And to do it on the road, no less, just incredible. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Back to throw, it's Milroe. Got his man downfield. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Throws toward the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He's looking to throw. Got it. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. Motion from the offense. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the... Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bama! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Inside 10 seconds to go, and the half clock reads 9. It is first and 10. Nice move to keep moving. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. To the air on first down. He rifles one deep to the left. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big gain. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Tuscaloosa. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys in T-Town.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They keep it on the ground to open the third. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. On second down, looking to throw. Fires it incomplete. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Lofts one high and deep. Makes the catch down the right side. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. The Hilltoppers are on the move. They keep attacking through the air. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. Line getting set on second down. Gets it out quickly. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On second down, he's looking downfield. Quick strike complete. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. From the 36, a third down, and you wonder if they're willing to take two plays to get the first. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive.
That makes the score Alabama 37, Western Kentucky 17.
So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes that Alabama offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Neutral zone infraction will push the ball up 5 yards. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Well, that was less than choreographed. Everybody going on their own snap count there.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. The junior quarterback frustrated with himself after throwing it behind his man. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. They'll look to pin them deep. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. On the ground, it's Young. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Unloads quickly. Across the 25, he's got room. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And the punishment has been extended.
And it's been more of the same in the second half of this offense, doing whatever they wanted. What a start to the season, man. This is exactly what you draw up. Everything they drew up in the offseason has worked in game 1, and that's why they are dominating this football game.
Lining up for the PAT.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. West Virginia is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can pull this off. It's a tight one right now. They're trailing by only 5 to Penn State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Wants to fire on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Young. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
And the Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. He gets it away from his own end zone. He'll bring it back. It's Adams. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback adapting. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the problem with the play-action game is that it forces the QB to hold on to the ball just a little bit longer to allow some of these plays to develop. And, of course, that gives this defense longer to get after him.
They gave up the sack on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Milroe. He's got the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He'll pull it down. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there. The Crimson Tide snaps it from the red zone. The sure hands, it's Bernard. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Wide receiver shows motion. The give to the back. Pushes ahead for a pickup of 1 down to the 13. Boy, they love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 1st down. Defense a little too eager, and that's an encroachment penalty, 5 yards for the offense. Off play action on first down. The throw. Touchdown time! And the route is on.
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Pockets, and the ball is out. Who's going to get it? That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble. I'm going to get a turnover. And the offense falls.
And after the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. He leaves it with his back. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Young. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped. Leaves it with the running back. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. On second down, he'll let it fly. Got it in the middle, it's Young. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
It's important on offense in the passing game. You've got to have balance, and I mean you got to be able to attack different thirds of the field. You got to work the perimeter to both sides, but you got to let the defense know, too, that you're not afraid to go over the middle, and they did right there.
And they got him for the sack.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
That sack gets this offense behind the chains. It's second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Got it in the middle, it's Johnson. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the wideout. It's incomplete. A 4th down stop and the turnover on downs. Here comes the offense on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Keeps the legs moving. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. From the gun, the ground game. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
Yeah, and that's a great job by this offense. And I'll tell you what, fourth quarter, you have the lead. That's exactly what you want to do. Lean on these guys, run the football, eat that clock.
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Quickly complete. He just won't take a big hit. Slides off guys, makes moves. He's down to the 21. Let's see what they've got on second down. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the right. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. The Tide trying to pay off this red zone trip. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment, defense.
Encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. They'll run it from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Operating in the red zone here on second down.
Brings up second down.
Using his legs, it's Haynes. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. Touchdown, Alabama! And the pummeling has started.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week one sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Western Kentucky, 17.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Wants to throw on first down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Let's see if they can get out of their own way on second and long from the 8. He's looking to throw. Wide open downfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down mark. Boy, could they use a conversion on third and short from their own 24. Looking to throw for it. Throws for the tight end. It's caught downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll throw it on first down. Dumps it to the back. The short hands, it's Young. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Man, a great job by the QB, finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
The Hilltoppers have this offense rolling. He'll just keep slinging it. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on second down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And when I got a stud quarterback like they do, I'm going to protect him. I'm going to make sure that I keep him upright because he can do some serious damage. But this defense applying pressure and applying the hammer in this football game.
This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Getting some heat. Caught over the middle. It's Smith. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They want that clock to run. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. He's up to 86 yards on the day, and the defense has been getting a steady diet of this dude on opening day. Give to the back. At the 40, there he goes. The expressway is wide open. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bama! And the stomping has commenced.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Cal is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Berkeley for some time.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Smith. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain. 2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Finds his man in the middle. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Hilltoppers getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Smith. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. No running back on the field. 5 wide on 2nd and 1. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. A shot toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes that Alabama offense. Final minute. This game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement, too, to future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back to the locker room, know they're going to get the victory.
Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
bad, or as Reese Davis would say, ungood. Just very ungood performance. Flush this one down the toilet, move on. It's not your best day. You lost in ugly fashion, to be honest, but better days ahead.
And I think a lot of this has to come on the shoulders of the players. They need to be able to realize they just didn't do enough. So they've got to turn the page. They've got to go back to work, have a great week of practice, and put out a better effort next week.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.